Hi, I'm here, and today we are going to be getting to know Sabrina Carpenter a little bit better. She is an American actress, singer, and songwriter who has gained popularity for her roles in various TV shows and movies, including Girl Meets World, The Hate U Give, Work It, Tall Girl and Clouds. She also released her latest album, Emails I Can't Send, last month. So in honor of that, let's get into it. Here are 5 facts about Sabrina Carpenter. Number 1. She was born on May 11, 1999, in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, but grew up in a suburb called Allentown. Her mother is an operations manager, and her father is a computer programmer. She has 2 younger sisters, named Sarah and Shannon, and when she was just 7 years old, her parents got divorced, and then her mother moved with all 3 daughters to a different suburb called Bethlehem so that they could be closer to her grandmother after she had cancer surgery. She is actually half Lebanese from her father's side and half Italian and German from her mother's side. And when she was 11 years old, she became interested in acting after watching Les Miserables. And at the time she wanted to be an actress and a singer like Anne Hathaway. So then she started performing in local theatre productions and also began taking voice lessons and learning how to play the piano. And eventually she decided that she wanted to pursue her dreams in New York City. But her mom didn't want her to go alone, so she ended up moving with her. No 2. Before landing her breakout role on Girl Meets World, she appeared in several commercials and also was part of the original cast of the off-Broadway production of The Magic School Bus. She has also done some modeling work. In 2013, she made her first appearance on an episode of Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, as a young victim of abuse, and then the following year, she made her first feature film appearance in the romantic comedy film The Short Game. In 2015, she was then cast in the Disney Channel series Girl Meets World, where she played the main character, Maya Hart. During her time on the show, she became close friends with her co-star, Rowan Blanchard. And while she was on the show, she also continued to release music videos on YouTube, including one for a song called Eyes Open, which currently has over 1 million views. In 2017, she had a supporting role in the drama film The Hate U Give, which was based on the book of the same name by Angie Thomas. The movie is about the experience of Black Americans with police brutality and racism. Then in 2019, she starred in the Netflix teen comedy film Tall Girl and its sequel, which were both based on the 2019 South Korean film Short Girl, Tall Guy. She also had a leading role in the 2020 musical romantic comedy film Clouds, which was produced by Finn Argus and Sabrina herself, and it was inspired by the true story of a teenager named Sam, who starts selling drugs after falling in love. Number 3. When it comes to her music career, her self-titled debut EP was released in 2015 while she was starring in Girl Meets World. And then she released her first studio album, Eyes Wide Open, in 2018, and her second studio album, Singular, in 2021. Both of those albums reached number 1 on the Billboard Kids Music Chart and number 2 on the Billboard Top Heat Seekers chart. She's opened for other artists like Why Don't We and Black Bear on Tour, and has been featured in songs like On My Own with Jeremy Renner, Timbaland with P, NK, and the most recent one, Because I Had You with Saweetie. Number 4. She recently posted this TikTok where she explained why she named her album Emails I Can't Send. And basically throughout the pandemic, she wrote a bunch of songs that were very raw and honest and vulnerable. And it was around the time when people were sending their exes their angry, upset, and sad emails, but then not actually hitting send. So the idea of the album came from the idea of having these unfinished conversations or these thoughts or these feelings that you can relate to, but you don't necessarily want to send them. And she said that she thought the rawness and the honesty would be refreshing because it's something that we don't always get to see from artists. So the title of the album is kind of supposed to represent this feeling of vulnerability and being open and honest, and also the fear of rejection that sometimes comes along with that. And number 5, she recently did an interview with Today where she talked about the writing process behind her new album and how it was a really special time for her. She says that there's no rules in her life right now. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have to answer to anyone. She doesn't have to make anyone happy. And so she took that freedom and she ran with it and she created this album that she's really proud of. She says that she has a pretty instinctual and intuitive approach to songwriting, meaning that she writes songs however they come to her. Sometimes she'll hear a beat and then lyrics will come to her, or sometimes the lyrics will come to her and then she'll find a beat that matches the vibe. And in the case of this album, she worked with a lot of new producers, like 5 or 6 of them, and they sent her beats, and then she would choose the ones that she felt best, matched her voice, and then she would spend some time with them over FaceTime and talk about the ideas that she had, and then write from there. And since she was doing a lot of back and forth writing, she would save the voice memos on her phone and label them with the song titles so that she could keep track of what goes to what. And she says that this album was unlike any other project she's worked on because she could take as long as she needed to work on a song. And she could experiment and try new things. And she wasn't afraid to fail because she knew that it was only for her and her close friends at the time, and no one else was gonna hear it. So she took risks, and she tried new things, and she discovered new sounds, and she found her voice in a whole new way. And I feel like we haven't talked enough about Sabrina on this channel. So thank you guys for suggesting her in our last What Should We Talk About Next video? Because I definitely agree, she is so talented. Like I remember watching Girl Meets World when it came out and instantly being like, who is this girl? Like, what is her name? Where have I seen her before? I instantly just became a fan. And then I found out that she was also a singer. And I was like, whoa, she can sing. Like, this girl can do it all. She is so talented. And I've listened to her music ever since I found out that she had music. So I'll leave all of her music and socials linked down below if you want to go check them out. And I hope that you enjoy because I think she's super talented and her music is amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host and we'll catch you later. Bye.